flight 10 plus 3. Your first order is 10 winners. Marco Bell working his way down the line. Give him a big wave so you can see him. He'll give you a big wave back as our air show action continues. And we welcome to our show now that of Stephen Covington flying the GameBird GB1 at an aircraft that's known as the Fury 2.0. Take a look to the right as he snaps this airplane down from altitude to get things started in one of the newest hot rods of this demonstration. Joins us from Longview, Texas. He's a very accomplished air show agent, a long-time staple of the Cherry Point Air Show. As you know, is known as the Disney Point Amusement Park in Ohio to ride the roller coaster. But after we did aerobatic flying, he ruined all the roller coasters for Stephen Covington from that point forward. Today, Stephen has flown hundreds of displays around the nation, around the world, including here in the United States, in China, Mexico, and even in South America. We're going to watch Stephen Covington high and to the right in the Fury 2.0, the GameBird GB1, as he approaches high and to our right once again. Watch for the smoke, watch for the rolls, two aileron rolls on the downsides, and reaches stick back into his lap, pulls vertical, rolling the airplane around to the right, quarter rolling back to the left. He'll stop and watch for the kick right about now. Forward, that's called a Humpty bump maneuver. He goes to miss the knife-edge spin. And once again, falling with style. That's a Pitts rebuilds, total overhauls as well. On the 45 degree line, there's a couple of rolls to the right forward. This is called a lunch shot. And I don't think a lot of you that is loosely Czechoslovakian means headache. The nose for tail in that maneuver, pretty violent inside, but yet the great recovery by Stephen Covington and the Fury. To the right, Stephen Covington working to pick up our show line once more in this very aggressive routine of power aerobatics in the Fury 2.0. Rolling out to level, drops the fast and down, he sets up more into the next maneuver. There's that vertical upline. And he will start to roll the airplane around to the left. This is called a torque roll. It was first seen back in 1972. By the great U.S. Gold as the propeller turns one direction, forcing the airplane to go the other. He'll back it up right through his own smoke and recover. That's a very impressive maneuver. He takes the same going down and then coming back up. From the left, watch for those high-speed snap rolls. Essentially a high-speed stall of one wing. One wing flying, one wing not. He'll dive in from the left. There's 220 miles per hour. And there's the blender forward stick with an opposite rudder as well. A lot of off-balance operation going on inside that cockpit. He is firmly in the seat with a 5-point harness. And now going to the upright flat spin and he'll recover. We are seeing some tremendous flying here today. There's Cherry Point. Let's get our hands together. Steve Covington, Longview, Texas.
Yeah, well, I don't think
towards that outside knife edge tumble, this time going up for a ballistic flight. The seatbelt going real good today, no doubt. Class Steven continues to work his way out to our craft. It is now the Wicked Willie Jet car. Driven today by Paul Skelly. He is preparing to unleash some 6,000 pounds of thrust, and he's one of our only performers who doesn't. Yeah, the thrust. This jet-powered buddy car proceeding generates 12,000 combined horsepower. All possible by the General Electric J85 aftermarket engine, the same engine used on board the F-5 Tiger or T-38 Talon U.S. Air Force service flights, 75 feet long. That was a low pass indeed as Paul Skelly makes his own weather system out there in the Wicked Willie Jet car. This is a pretty impressive vehicle. It can go 0 to 60 miles an hour, a whole lot closer than they appear. As Stephen Covington works his way to the right, here's a little bit of a sudden short for the Wicked Willie Jet car on that run. Nowhere near the high speed run we're hoping to see, but of course Steve Covington took a big win. Well, better luck all next time. Steve, why don't we come back tomorrow? We'll see if you can get a high-speed run out there on our runway. Take a ride on board as well and actually be part of our air show. Now, of course, with the Wicked Willie Jet car out there not being able to do the run, Precision Exotics has stepped in. Here's the race from the right.
I wonder who's going to win. He's been trying harder than blasting me from the side.
On this most tremendous Saturday. Now, unlike many of our airshow performers that you've seen, Stephen in fact didn't just grow up around aviation. He was inspired at a very young age and earned his pilot's license in 2001. He trained and worked as an aircraft mechanic, and one of his favorite pastimes was visiting Cedar Point Amusement Park up in Ohio to ride the roller coasters. But after being offered an aerobatic flight in a Cap 10 aerobatic airplane, it ruined all roller coasters from Stephen from that point forward. Today, he has flown displays, hundreds of them around the nation, including Mexico, China, and even in South America. He's always about advancing his capabilities and skills as a pilot. Here at Show Center, hanging on the prop here in vertical. In a maneuver called the hammerhead turnaround, nearly zero airspeed, he kicks hard on the left rudder, turn on a dime, and 9.5 cents change. This is the most capable aerobatic pilot. On the 45-degree airplane, let's watch for the rolls of the forward stick. This is called the rump shabbat. That's Czechoslovakian for headache. Never seen one. Hey, I don't name them, I just read them. We're going to continue to watch Stephen out here in front of us, trading all of that altitude that he gets into some pretty incredible aerobatic flying. We've talked a little bit about power, right? The ability to slow these airplanes down, but at altitude, with enough thrust and weight, he can actually slow it down to a helicopter. Take a look at this, as he puts it just about into park, almost hitting the pause button. If he had a little more wind up at altitude, he could actually fly the airplane It truly takes. That's about where I experienced breakfast, lunch, and last night's dinner. They say if you get a chance to ride with an airplane, it doesn't happen that often, but if you ever get a chance. Into the spiraling towers now, exit around. Look at the cornering capability on that airplane. Even about 15 miles an hour or less. It just takes a few inches on the control stick to get this thing turned around like a top. And of course, Stephen Covington, the surface show performer, meaning that he can use all of the aerobatic airspace out there as low as he pleases. Well, as Stephen continues to tear it up in front of us, it's time that we look out to our show stage today. And if you take a look at the show center, we are about to bring the fire and the smoke in one of the most impressive jet-powered vehicles to a duel. And with the right conditions and enough runway, this car can clear the quarter mile in just 9.5 seconds. With Stephen high overhead, he has accepted Paul's challenge to a race, and very shortly we are going to see a high-speed run by these over 6,000 pounds of thrust. Stevens in low and hot, right over top. That was a low pass. Horsepower in 3.